No, it's been fantastic, I must admit. This training facility at OAs they've given us is something special. I don't think there's any other premiership club in the country with a facility like this. And just meeting all the guys again, a lot of the guys I knew and the players that have come in, it looks very exciting. On day one, I said to them one thing, and I said, if we want to be successful, it's not about the rugby we play, it's for people that actually enjoy each other's company and spend time together. And it's actually started really well. And if we manage that, we'll be very successful. If we struggle with that, with all the foreigners, the Fijians, the South Africans, the English people, the Welsh people, then we won't be successful. But I believe that we'll manage that. It's a lovely bunch of people. Well, that's why I came. I must admit I've got a different life in South Africa and it's a settled life in my practice, but there's something in the challenge of coming to Saracens which is why I'm doing it and which I believe we will be successful. Yeah, I'm lucky to have another job in the sense in my practice and it's something I'm passionate about, but as I said to some of the coaches today, I said we are all just so passionate about this game and that's why we love it and why we do it. And what I said to the players is they must understand that day one, every single person at this club is here because I really rate them and want them to be here. So it's not a question of people having to prove themselves to me now. They just now need to show me how much they want it. They're good enough and now they just need to go out there and play week in and week out. First and foremost, as I explained to the players, we need to be friends, and that goes to the coaching staff as well. Myself and Mark played together at London Irish and we became good friends there, always kept in touch, and it's fantastic having another head coach on our coaching staff, which is valuable to me, bouncing things off him. Andy Farrell appointment for me was a no-brainer in the sense that he brings an energy and a winning mentality to a team, and his passing skills have been legendary, and that's his role in this team, is that to have us pass a lot. And the first couple of days I've just been very, very impressed with him, Alex Arneson and Paul Gustard, and with Dan Vickers, our new physio. The main thing is they bring an energy to a coaching. That's why I actually didn't change anything when Eddie left. Eddie's created a fantastic work ethic environment, which is great to work in. But the coaches he had are all good coaches. And especially Paul and Alex and Andy bring an energy to my coaching staff, which has been fantastic. The thing what I said to everybody is, if you think you're back up, you must rather leave now. We've come up with a squad that everybody can play. There's a good chance that we're going to play more than 40 matches this year, and there's no way that a player can be thinking that he needs to play 40 matches. So you look at a world-class player like Justin Marshall and Neil de Kock, Moses Raulini, Kevin Barrett. We look at why I got so many scrum offs, because we're going to share the workload. None of them can play 40 matches. So in an ideal world, each play 20 matches. That's how I've been thinking. Same with number 8, so Michael Owen and Ernest Joubert. I've said to the players, look around you. We're a squad that needs to be successful. We are not an A team and a B team, and it's something we're working away from massively at this club. I believe depth of players is the most important thing. There's 4 youngsters that impressed me massively. Adam Powell, Alex Good, Noah Cato and Andy Saul. Those 4 are very central to what we're about. And the older players like Carlos and the Scott Britzes and the Michael Owens are always important to a team, but we need this young, energetic X factor from these young players. So that's fantastic to know. And because of that, I've looked differently at this younger generation. And this Jamie George, I tell you, this boy can play a little bit. And it's good to see some of the other youngsters coming through where they actually understand they can take the responsibility in a training session and they don't have to be backup. George, there's been a couple of really special ones out there. Where you train is really important. Just for the players to feel comfortable. It's such a light place and it's so much space. And they've been fantastic at Old Albanians, accommodating us with everything that's happening out there. So we're very lucky to be here. Well, I've been fantastically impressed, I must admit, after his training session. I say to Edward Griffiths, our CEO, he says, how did it go? I said, it went fantastic. And he says, it can't go fantastic every day. I said, well, it's been good out there. And I'm not going to say it's not good. You know, and the players have put their hand up, and I said to them this morning, I said, boys, last week was easy, it was first week. This week is the more difficult one. You know, we're not there to impress other anymore. Can you put your hands up? And we had another fantastic training session this morning. You know, we believe in doing skills and some physical conditioning, and then, you know, looking at the way we want to play the game from day one. it's a new bunch of people, but we've actually looked at a blend of everything. We've got a season of, say, 40 matches, and our object is to win every match we play in. So with that match, we'll actually look at from the 10 days building into that match, we'll actually have a look at when we play. I think we play Irish for that first game, and that's sort of what the approach I want to have here. You know, everything one day at a time. The most important thing is I worked here with Eddie, and I actually enjoy the people I worked with. The second thing is the challenge. Saracens has, over the last, I'd say, 5 or 6 years, never really been successful, and in my opinion, they've got a lot of fantastic tools here. They've got good players. Now the reasons are irrelevant. It's not whether one is better than the other, but I just think potential at this place, and that's sort of where I'm going to. That's why I've actually made the effort to leave my practice and come here. One of the coaches asked me, what's the thing that's going to set us apart? And I said that we will work on the field harder than anybody's ever worked before. That, you know, I'd like the spectators to look at us and say, whoa, but these guys play. You know, they got a fantastic approach. I remember my time at Irish. We didn't win everything, but we just wanted to come off the field when the supporters say, we respect you for the effort you put in. And I think that's been the main thing, week in, week out, 40 times in a row. Can the squad reach those heights every single week? You know, I think that's all supporters ask from a rugby side. You know, make us proud with your attitude.